A lot of business owners hear terms like financial transformation or ERP optimization, and they don't really understand what that means. Can you kind of explain that to our viewers in like simple terms or like, quick little takeaway?
I know, Rachel. I mean, you generally go through two sets of people who know about this, and the people are like, exactly what is that? And I'll give you a simple example. I just met an individual in one of the events, and he was asking, "What do you do?" I said, we help build your financial stack to ensure that your reporting is clean and you get to know all the financial information." And he's like, "Oh my God, you know, um, we're doing great business. But then when I look into my accounting software, it's showing negative balances. My revenue is not showing up." I'm like, yes, that is very important. Either accounts are not clean, or you're not doing it right, or this is the state of it.
Yeah. That is a financial transformation. Yes.
Financial transformation for early stage business owners, a lot of times it's like, why do I need it? I don't need this. But you need it because this is the only place where you can know where you stand and how far can you go given your current resource, and when should you start talking about resources, which could be capital or human, as you like it, much before. Like, you can go at the last minute, you'll be totally done. So these are the business owners that should be talking. And it's not just big companies, it could be a construction company, you know, because they don't know, if your accounts are not clean, which project is making money and which is not.
Yeah, yeah. You work heavily with NetSuite and finance systems. Where do companies, this kind of tags onto that, where do they get stuck inside of there? Is that they're not maintaining their systems? Is they don't have the right person? Is it the coding? Or, what is it, like the common issue that you're seeing that those systems kind of go sideways?
I think there's not just one use, it's a mix of a lot. Uh, um, if you think about it, like I said, because of AI, there has been a slight change. Suddenly people are awakening to, how do I use artificial intelligence? Prior to that, finance transformation was like, get a stack, it will be done. you know, buy a software and the solution will be done. So all the transformations were made technology in, and then finance needs to be sprinkled in. There were system integrators, but there are no system adopters, and that's where the gap is, right? So every transformation, and especially on NetSuite side where there is a problem, it's because there's no alignment between people, process, and the technology features. It's this unalignment that's really killing it, and then people start pointing fingers that this and then you can go on doing an RCA. What came first, right? Either the process was not aligned, or the people were not aligned, or nobody knew the features.
Yeah, yeah. Many growing businesses still kind of manage, critical finance processes in spreadsheets. Why is that risky to do?
Because spreadsheets are the most agile or adaptable tool that any finance person can have. And I don't know any finance person who doesn't love it. But because they're so adaptable and you can make anything, you can make zero or you can make million in a click of a button. And that means your data is not as sensitive as it should be, it's not protected. And given the fact that world of finance is always time sensitive, when you're using so much data sensitivity over spreadsheets and you have no control, always the hell goes wrong when you have a board meeting or when you have something to send it to to the financial institutions or to a venture capital. So there's always a risk, and there's far too much. There's no audit trail as to who done it, which is again very risky in the world of finance.